Welcome back to Driveway Garage. Today I'm working on some wheels. They came off my 2003 Toyota Tundra. I think they're original ones, 16-inch. I replaced them with some 17-inch and some used tires. I bought it as a package deal and they fit good, look a lot better. I'll show you what I have here. I'm pretty sure these are the original wheels. As you can see, they're pretty rough between rust and corrosion. So I'm just going to try to clean them up. I don't think I can make them look really good like this, but what I'm going to do is clean them up and then put some primer and paint on them. Now I did another old wheel I took off a car. It had hubcaps on it. The wheels at one time I think were black, but they had been painted, and it had spurs, or what do you call it? Anyway, where the hubcap had slots in it. And when I got done, this isn't the wheel, but they looked better than that one, which you can see. It's pretty shiny and black. They were just ugly, and they turned out really good. So I'm going to try to do something like this with this wheel. So first thing I'm going to do is get out the old wire wheel and see what it'll do to take some of this stuff off. And we'll just take it one step at a time. So I'm going to use a wire wheel. And I also have a Scotch-Brite pad, the green one. I'll see what it does in the nooks and crannies. I'll show you what it's looking like, then I'll probably pause the video because you don't need to sit here and watch me for a half an hour while I do this. But I'm trying to get the outside lip cleaned up. I'll do a little bit more under here so when I put the tires on it has a good seal. There was something here, I don't know if it's corrosion or weld or what, but I'm trying to knock that out of there. It's not going to matter much. These are just going to be winter tires, but I do want to get all the loose stuff off of them. I hit this area a little bit, this area a little bit. Like I said, it's not going to come out perfect, but if I can get it cleaned up pretty good, at least a coat of paint will make it look good. I'm going to go ahead and cut these valve stems out of here. This one is missing the center part of the Schrader valve, or whatever it's called. I'll just cut those off of there, and then I'll have a clean surface to work with. And I'll be back when I get this wheel cleaned up as much as I think I can. Well, I think I got them as clean as I'm going to get them. Now I'm just going to take my leaf blower and blow the dust off. I've got an air compressor, but I didn't feel like starting it up just for that. So I'm gonna see what I have for paint or primer. I might have some leftover stuff from another project. So let me see what I have. Maybe I can get a coat of primer on here. Something I would like to figure out how to make, it shouldn't be too hard, is a lazy Susan or something like that for wheels. And then when you're painting them, you could just put it on there and give it a spin and then spray it, and it'll give you a nice even coat. You could just move the can back and forth, different angles, instead of having to walk around the tire. I thought about trying to buy a cheap engine stand and see if there's some way I can make that spin easy enough to paint wheels on it. That'll be a project for another day. Well, I bought this truck bed coating from Rust-Oleum, but it does not spray out very good or very evenly, so I'm going to stay away from that. Well, I found a can of Ace Rust Stop Indoor Outdoor Gloss Black, so I'm going to put a thin coat on there, see what it looks like. If I don't like the color, I can always change it. The truck is kind of a goldish brown. It's a 2003 Tundra, so let me shake this up and see what it's going to do. I thought about using this Rust-Oleum camouflage because it's closer to the color of the truck, but I don't know if I want the wheels close to the color of the truck or if I want a lot of contrast. But I can always change it. I'll see how this looks with the black. I guess you have to turn the camera on if you want it to record. Let me get you a close-up. So of course the first coat, you've got to make it thin, otherwise you'll end up with runs. And I'll let that dry for about 10 minutes. Now I'm trying to make sure I get around the outside of the rim here and in the nooks and crannies, so you just have to kind of walk around the wheel, hit it from different angles. But I think probably in about 3, maybe 4 coats, this is going to look so much better. So I'll pause it for now and then I'll be back in a little bit. So what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna start on one side of the tire and then just go straight across and then work my way all the way around. I think I better see if I have a respirator because I'm getting that right on my face because of the breeze. Well, I found a dust mask. It's used, but it'll be better than breathing those fumes. Well, I'll give you a peek at that, see what it looks like. It's definitely looking better. It probably doesn't look black to you because of the light, but back out here, camera. Definitely going to look much better on the truck than those other ones. In fact, I'll take a before and after picture when I get done, but that's going to cover up most of the blemishes. You can still see that right in there. It's not super smooth, but you know, from 20 feet away, it's going to make the truck look better.